Some people want to see you fail. They want to see you sad, doubting yourself, slipping up. This is an uncomfortable truth, but one we need to face. But remember this: if someone hates you, if they criticize you for no reason, if they belittle you, there are usually only 3 fundamental reasons, and they all speak more about them than about you. They see you as a threat to who they are. They hate themselves and project their pain, or they secretly want to be like you. Notice that in none of these cases are you the problem. You are just a mirror reflecting their dissatisfaction. Don't let their darkness define your light. The life of someone who focuses on bringing others down is a life spent looking backward, while yours is focused on looking ahead. Their hatred is not a reflection of your worth, but a mirror of their own pain and inadequacy. Keep going on your journey. Keep walking with calm confidence. Don't waste a second, a single drop of energy, proving yourself to those who only wish to see you fall. Use that energy to rise higher, to build your legacy. The silence of your achievement is the most powerful answer. Control your emotions before they control you. Anger is a destructive emotion because it is reactionary. It pulls us out of the present and throws us into survival mode, where logic and wisdom are silenced. It is an impulse that, once released, cannot be taken back. When you react out of rage, you lose control of yourself. And, more importantly, you give your power to the person or situation that provoked you. True strength is not found in aggression. It lies in knowing you have the power not to be moved. True strength is maintaining unshakable calm in the middle of chaos, insult, and pressure. Every time you choose peace over anger, every time you take a deep breath and refuse to explode, you grow. You become stronger than the situation, more mature than the aggressor. Breathe, observe, respond with wisdom, not with impulse. You can't always control what happens around you: injustice, traffic, other people's opinions, but you can and should control how you deal with it. This ability to pause and choose your response, that is where your true power lives. If money and material possessions make you believe you are better than others, you are, ironically, the poorest person on earth. Material things can be lost, stolen, or devalued in an instant. Building your life on that foundation is living in constant fear. Real wealth is not what you own, it is what you are and what you give. It is the impact you have on the world, the mark you leave on people's hearts. Think of your most valuable assets: a kind heart that feels the pain of others, a calm mind that can find clarity under pressure, and a clear soul that lives in alignment with its values. These are the true treasures of life. They are immune to recession, theft, and time. The truly rich people are those who give more love than they receive, who reach out instead of pointing fingers, and who share light where others spread shadows. The generosity of spirit is the universal currency of greatest value. Behind every strong person is a story that, at some point, gave them no choice. There was a crossroad where the only option was to endure and fight. Pain shapes strength. It doesn't destroy it. Every scar you carry, visible or invisible, tells a story of survival, not defeat. It is the physical proof that you were tested and prevailed. You have endured storms that once seemed impossible to weather: losses, disappointments, and yet, here you are still standing. Do not underestimate the power of this fact. Be proud of your resilience. You are not broken. You are forged. You are not fragile. You are a metal hardened by fire. Strength does not come from comfort, but from facing life's hardest tests and choosing to rise again and again. Remember, the greatest act of courage is getting up one more time than the number of times you fell. Difficult roads lead to beautiful destinations. The easiest path rarely leads to the most rewarding place. Yes, the journey you chose, or that life imposed on you, is going to be difficult. But difficult is not synonymous with impossible. Difficult is merely the price you pay for transformation. Every challenge you face is a teacher. It teaches you a lesson in patience, inventiveness, and faith that comfort could never offer. You only learn your limit by pushing past it. Don't rush. Don't compare. It's a terrible mistake to measure your spring by someone else's summer. Flowers bloom at different times, under different conditions of light and soil, and so will you. Your timing is the perfect timing for you. The ultimate goal is not perfection, which is a paralyzing illusion, but rather progress slow, steady, and true. One step forward every day, no matter how small, is the master formula for great transformation. Protect your energy. Your peace of mind, your time, and your focus are your most precious assets. Not everyone deserves your time, your heart, or your mind. Learn to say no without guilt. No is a complete sentence and is one of the most powerful tools for some people who truly value you and your well-being will understand and respect your boundaries. Those who are offended by your boundaries are usually the ones who benefit most from you having none. Some people approach you and pretend to help, but secretly act as emotional drains, stealing your vitality. Choose peace over people who consistently disturb your balance. Do not confuse obligation with empathy. Protecting your energy is not a selfish act, it is a fundamental act of self. When you stop pouring your energy into those who only take two, automatically create a vacuum of peace where growth and calm can flourish. You become a lighthouse, not a black hole. Wisdom is not born from always being right, it is forged over time by humbly learning when you are wrong. Arrogance blinds you, error teaches you to see. Both truth and error are valuable teachers. Every mistake you make and acknowledge is not a step backward, but rather a giant step toward deeper understanding. It is the humility of saying, I was wrong, but now I know more. Stay humble, stay curious. Humility is the recognition of your incompleteness and, therefore, your infinite capacity to learn. Arrogance closes doors, as it assumes it knows enough, but humility opens endless paths of discovery. Remember, knowledge without compassion is merely information, it is empty. But when the heart and mind unite, when knowledge is at the service of well-being, true wisdom blooms. Darkness cannot drive out darkness, only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate, only love can. These words of Martin Luther King Jr. are a map for life. They remind us that love is not passivity or weakness, it is the ultimate form of power, because it demands more courage, more discipline, and more character than anger. Anyone can hate. It takes tremendous inner courage to forgive, to reach out, to seek understanding. Be the light that breaks through the shadows. Be the person who refuses to be dragged into the darkness of resentment. Even a single candle, the smallest act of kindness, can change the darkness around it. Our lives truly begin to decline the day we become silent about the things that matter. Neutrality in the face of pain is a fallacy. Silence in the face of injustice is, in fact, complicity. We cannot afford to pretend we don't see. Use your voice even if it trembles. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just needs to be honest. Speak up for truth, for fairness, for kindness. Speak to validate those who cannot speak for themselves. The world only changes when ordinary people stop looking away and refuse to accept the status quo. Your voice may seem small, but history shows us that, together, our voices can move mountains. Fear dissipates when the voice is raised in unity. Never lose hope. Martin Luther King Jr. also said that the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends toward justice. We must live and act with this conviction. Hope is not a naive belief in the best-case scenario, is strength in disguise. It is the active belief that your actions and your values have a lasting impact. Even when the world seems cold and the news is grim, hold on to your faith in inherent goodness. Faith is the fuel for perseverance. Every act of kindness, every word of courage, every step toward your purpose bends the world a little closer to light. Your work matters. Keep believing, keep dreaming, keep moving forward. The greatest failure is to stop trying. And if these words inspired you today, if they rekindled your inner flame, take a second to subscribe to Mindful Quotes. Join our community of thinkers, dreamers, and seekers who believe in continuous growth, inner peace, and the power of living with purpose. Because light grows and gets stronger when it's shared.